My ADHD.
I think I have ADHD, honestly. I think I do. Like the neurodivergence of me looking into being able to do multiple things, that's reflective of my nervous system.
Mm-hmm.
Is this our intro?
No!
This is our intro.
This is not our intro.
Hi, Brianna.
Hi, guys.
Hi.
Hi.
Guess what? You know what this week is?
Period week?
Well, a time of recording, yes, but this week in general.
What?
This is our 3-year anniversary of podcasting.
Oh, we literally just recorded this episode. There you go, dude. There's my ADHD.
But it's not. Literally, I was like, oh, this is syncing up on this day. And then we did something special. But I realized, I was like, oh, this drops the week of 3 years. It's crazy.
That's wild. It's so 3 years.
I know, but Brianna.
Hang on, what episode is this going to be?
175? 5? Yeah.
We've said welcome to the Spiritual Sisters podcast for 175 times.
That's crazy. We hit 200 this year.
Oh, shit. That's
crazy. Saying that by the end of the year, 200 episodes.
That's wild.
It's so wild. It's consistency at its finest, baby. And also Brandon was the one that wanted to be like, we cannot miss an episode.
No, I'm anal when it comes to that. We're not missing an episode.
Yep, we'll make it work.
We'll make it work. If we're on our phone, if we're doing it the night before, we'll make it work. Don't care.
Now it's an OCD thing, but
100%. No,
it really is. It's you know what? We have so much fun podcasting together. I have such a good time with Brianna that I'm just like, Brianna and I are only 18 months apart, so and I think we see each other more as adults than we did as children. And so
those fights were fucking big when we were younger.
They were bad.
Oh, yikes.
Oh my gosh, but Brianna, I want to tell you something. Congrats on Betty White.
Oh, thanks. I'm not happy about it, but is this how we're going to lead into our check-in?
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, fuck. Okay.
We're already in it.
So, at time of recording, Tyler had just gotten back from a trip from Oregon because he went and grabbed some stuff. And little did we know that we were going to be purchasing a new truck.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We loved our black truck. We called him Big Black, and because he was literally a big F-250 and he was loud. So, yeah, we found out that it was not going to make the 1,000-mile trip home. And if he would have brought it home with our car trailer, it would have been a nightmare. And it would have exploded on the side of the road. So, we are proud new owners of Betty White, which is literally the same truck, but newer.
Yeah, it looks really nice. And it was already, souped up.
Yeah, it was. I literally found everything that I wanted done to the truck already done. And he's the most deserving person of it because he works so hard. I don't think he had buyer's remorse. I think it was more so the fact we knew we were eventually going to be getting a new truck. We just didn't expect to get it as soon as we did. So
I think the way it happened too, the fact that you wanted certain details in it, certain specs. You obviously were going to purchase it in Portland, in Oregon, because there's no sales tax. And the situation where you were like, I'm not going on this trip, then your boss went with him and they went through the whole process of just the ease of it. That's how you know it was aligned. You know what I mean?
Well, funny enough, Dad and I we both had a feeling, but we just didn't speak on it, that he was going to have issues mechanically, the truck. The day he's left on Saturday. And they left at about 3:30 in the morning. And I kid you not, I was awake after that. I don't know if it was my intuition telling me, if it was my anxiety because it's such a long drive. But I was just like, something doesn't feel right. And sure as shit, literally the night before they were supposed to leave, we had to go purchase a new truck.
Yep.
So yeah, that's my check-in.
She's pretty.
It's beautiful.
She's pretty.
She's real pretty.
She's really pretty.
She's real pretty.
Plus, it's a diesel. Yeah, it is a diesel. Betty White.
Good old Betty White. We'll have her for the next 10 15 years. Hey, who knows? Maybe Baker will drive it for his first vehicle.
Yeah. Hey, it would suit him.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be a big boy. He's already more than half my size.
He's massive. I love him.
Yeah. I wanted to...
Oh, no. If she's leading into this, I'm in trouble. What?
You know what I was thinking about? So, like, you guys, this is my 4-year business anniversary this month. Ago Astrology is 4 years old on the 26th of April. And a year prior to that, I was reading. So I've officially been a psychic reader for 5 years at this point. And it feels like I'm really stepping into like my stride. So today's episode, we're going to talk about the 5 layers of consciousness, which I don't know if many people are as familiar with. And if they are, we're kind of just going to add some context to it. So you'll see the complexity of like the type of work I'm doing on a daily fucking basis, which is a gift to be able to do. But anyways, I was thinking about this, right? And so Brandon, I'm an unconscious reflector in human design, which means that I get a lot of people's like projections onto me. So people like to say dumb shit. That's really a reflection of the way that they're judging themselves towards me. So like think of all of the men in the family, like extended immediate family, that were like judgmental of me doing this work, right? And then do you remember the frat boy that I went on a date with to the beach once and I got fucking fried like a lobster? By the way, if you're looking at YouTube, I have a little crab hairpin. It's so cute. Oh my
Yes,
gosh,
I remember
she's a
this.
cutie. Okay, so anyways, at this point, you guys, I'm driving a prototype, right, for the company I used to work for, easily 200,000 plus, right? And this guy, because Brandon and I have this thing about, oh, is that guy a 5%er?
We're really gonna.
Oh, we're bringing this up. Fuck yeah.
Oh,
You remember when he made fun of me on Instagram and I was like, dude,
did he?
you're such a bitch. Yeah, he is a bitch.
I don't remember.
Yeah, he's like, oh, girls that are into astrology. And then he put it like as a fucking story back in the day. And I'm just like,
How
you're
much you
literally
want to bet he's looked into his astrology? So you know
like,
what?
literally, this guy is the definition of a bitch. What did you say? I'm totally going to steal your line. I don't argue with anyone whose G-spot's in their anus.
So good.
Anyways, okay, I need to ask you a serious question just because he was one of the haters at the beginning. By the way, I only went on a date. He is not a 5%er. There's no fucking way. Should we tell what people what the 5%ers are?
I mean, we can.
No, you need to do it. It'll be fun if you do it.
Oh God.
You weren't expecting that for my chicken, were you?
No, I was not. Okay,
5%ers.
5% of the men population don't have any sexual thoughts of other men or having their, I don't even know how to say it, having their G-spot tickled in their asshole, guys. 5% of men don't.
One of the ways that
it's their no way.
I love making fun of men and saying, are they a 5%er or not?
So yeah, it's been a new thing where Gabby and I look at people and are like, are you a 5%er? Or are you a 95%er?
I know 2 5%ers.
For sure.
Dad and your husband, for sure.
Yeah. There's a few. Like, I can name quite a few. And on 2 hands, I can name them. Other than that, ooh, yikes.
You've had thoughts of men.
Or something going up there. You know, hey, let your freak flag fly. I'm not going to judge, but you're a 5%er, you're a 5%er. If you're a 95%er, you know what? Hell yeah.
I don't like anything up my asshole. Not even in a sexual nothing like that. I have hemorrhoids, you guys. No. No. Nothing belongs up there.
That's great.
Okay. All right. I have to talk shit. And then we're going to get started because this is maybe a longer episode. Okay. From the context of like, so I've had a lot of people that I've asked to come on the podcast that are either like friends or distant family members that are like kind of in this space or would just make sense. And I don't get it. And it's more from the perspective of like the guest, they're going to get more out of it than like me as a podcast host or business owner would. And maybe like they see it as not being aligned in their eyes. But I just think it's so fucking dumb when you get an opportunity and you don't take advantage of it. Like, do you know how many people sleep on themselves, Brianna?
Yeah. But then again, that's all self-consciousness too, though. Like, they don't think they're worthy of it.
I asked, should I tell people who I asked? Yeah, I asked a friend that's like an OG in the space to do this. I asked one of my astrology teachers to come on. I've asked a couple people, and I'm just like, so I'm telling myself not to take it personally, but also I'm just kind of like, joke's on you. So anyways, that's it. I just want to make mention of that. I'm like, I think it's dumb if you don't take an opportunity that's going to better yourself.
I mean, the worst thing you're going to hear is no. That's how I am in life.
Yeah. Okay, 5 layers of consciousness, Brianna. That's what we're talking about. What do you think? Do you know what they are?
Fuck no, I don't know what they are. I don't look into this. You're the person who teaches me this. I learn on this podcast.
This is true. Oh, do you like learning?
I do.
Oh my God. You guys, me and Brianna. So I'm on my period right now. And I was like, Brianna, oh my God, you know what I did yesterday?
What?
I took myself to get ice cream not once, but twice. Today I got a chocolate pastry, and then I'm getting a huge carne asada burrito for dinner. I cannot wait.
Gosh, dude.
I know.
You know what? Females know.
Females know.
Them period cravings. You know what? You gotta lean into them. You gotta lean into it. Because you know what? We're shedding our uterine wall, and it fucking hurts, especially when you get that electrocution in your butt crack. Ugh. No. Goodbye.
Like,
men could never.
Men could never. Do you mean period shits?
No, you don't. You've never gotten a cramp in your ass where you're just like, oh my God, what happened? Why am I getting a cramp there? It's no. My uterus. It ain't in my ass.
What the fuck?
I can't wait until you get one. It's dropped me down to my knees before.
That's not what we're talking about today. We're talking about the 5 layers of consciousness.
First 10 minutes, we
I know. I know. Okay, so you guys, I've done over 800 readings at this point, and everything that I'm about to allude to, I'm going to do it as best as possible, but a lot of this is really, it's all in the unseen, so it's super complex, but it's basically what I'm doing in readings and sessions all day, every day, and it's a very shamanic principle, and how, I'm really trying to wrap my head around how I can do an episode with covering how what I've done in terms of shamanic studies for the last close to 18, no, it's like 20 months at this point. Anyways, so we'll see, but there are 5. So this is like an entry level topic that's actually quite complex that speaks to the whole shamanic journey I've been on, right? So the 5 layers of consciousness are the physical layer, the emotional layer, the mental layer, the psychic layer, and the spiritual layer. So what I want to encourage you, Brie, is think about which one you live in the most. And we're like, everyone that's listening, by the way, consider this from the perspective of like where you tend to hold the energy the most. So where is all of your energy really being funneled? And where does fear within those 5 layers, where does it have the greatest hold on you? Right? So we're going to get into it, and we're going to also talk about real life scenarios. But first I want to explain like what they are. And in terms of the real life scenarios, they're more like blocks, but you can see kind of how like the energy is being threaded throughout them. So you go and learn today, Brianna. Okay?
That's okay. Hey, you guys want to know a little fact about me? When I was younger, I fucking loved the National Geographic Channel. I would watch that shit all the time. Loved
I don't know why. I'm like,
Shark Week fucking ate that shit up.
Brianna, we're on Shark Week right now.
I'm talking about Shark Week, Discovery Channel.
I'm talking about us. It's Shark Week.
It is Shark Week. We're ketchup packets right now.
According to your husband says that. That's wild. Anyways, okay. So consider this from the perspective of what I just mentioned. So the physical, it's pretty obvious. They're pretty straightforward. But the physical is literally your physical body, right? And when we think about the physical layer of consciousness, we're thinking about what your relationship to your body is, how your body holds onto your emotions. Do you respect your physical body? How do you treat your physical body? Do you feel paralyzed in terms of like being in fight or flight mode when you have fear here? So the nervous system would apply to the physical body. How do you feel safety within your physical body? Because at the end of the day, the physical is the vehicle through which you experience this 3D reality. Does that make sense?
Yeah, your body's going to know before anything. Mm-hmm. Your body gives you signs.
That's right. It is quite literally. It is. It's just your body keeps score. I just keep thinking about the book, like your body's going to manifest joy, happiness, fear, disease. I actually think a lot of, and this will get to in the emotional layer of consciousness, but I think there's a connection, direct connection to what your body is experiencing, like through emotions that you have or haven't felt. Like I think emotions are directly related to disease in some way.
Yeah, I can see that. But then again, like your body's going to tell you anything. Like literally, our menstrual phases. Like we know when we're going to get our period. We have those telltale signs. Our tits hurt. We start becoming a monster. If a person breathes wrong or looks at you wrong, you're going to want to bite their head off. Like our body's going to tell us signs. It's
Do you do that to your
literally our
husband? I don't
gateway.
do that.
Do I bite my husband's head off? Absolutely.
Poor guy.
Literal phrase. Stay the fuck away from me.
Isn't it luteal? Is it luteal?
I don't know, luteal, luteral, whatever. The one that you get before your period.
Yeah, that's luteal. Okay.
I'm a monster.
She's a monster.
Monster. I am. And when I'm pregnant too. Ooh, yikes. I'm not a
That'll
nice
be interesting
person.
to see when she gets preggers again. I think this year, maybe.
This year, next year. We'll see.
Yeah. Okay. So that's the physical. Then we have the mental. The mental. Okay. So it is, and then think about the differences in these layers as I'm explaining these two, because it starts to get more complex. And just like these 5 layers of consciousness, me working with the 7 chakras, everything kind of gets like woven into each other. And if you have like blocks in one, you can unconsciously block yourself in another, either layer of consciousness or in your chakras. And this is kind of what it's not even kind of, it's what I'm literally deciphering every single day, all day within someone's auric field. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, that's weird. You're
It's
essentially
weird.
in somebody else's body, but not in their body.
Yeah. I'm
Weird.
like using my own energy field to access someone else's with my third eye. It's kind of
Wild.
crazy. I know
That is
it is.
wild.
Okay, so then we have the mental layer. So the mental, the Sagittarius, and the Virgo's favorite. So think of the mental as like really how you speak to yourself, conversations with yourself, your brain. It's kind of like your narrative system. So it's the voice in your head that's creating a story about everything. It might be constantly labeling things as like good or bad, success or failure. So it's like we're the judgment. It's almost like ego in a lot of ways. I would associate like the ego with the mental layer of consciousness. It's telling you who you are versus who you're not. A lot of overthinking, judgment, and these sound more negative, but it's just kind of to color the definition. It's like, where are you mentally looping? What thoughts can't you get out of your mind? And
My
so forth.
intrusive thoughts.
Yeah, this is ego. This is like where the devil likes to play. That's kind of what I think.
Yeah, I can see that messing with you a lot.
I also think with this one too, after having done as many readings as I have, I am under the belief that the mental layer, but like being in your mind, like that is where like it's either the greatest and the worst tool, your mind that is, and it's like where the devil can reside, because like where you're at in your mental, I don't even think it's maybe it's emotional, but think about, and God forbid, like not I don't say that's out, not that I'm like putting this out there for anyone to consider, but my thoughts are like, if you are suicidal, is it because you've mentally reached a place where you just can't hang? Or is it like emotional, or is it physical? Like, is it really like you against your mind that's kind of like pushing you towards that? Because if you think about it, we as humans, we're meant to be in our emotional bodies and we're not, but we're mostly in our mental bodies.
Let's respect to people who have to deal with schizophrenia.
Mm-hmm.
Like that breaks my heart. Like I feel for the people that have to deal with that or have like mental illnesses. Like you are literally fighting yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Yeah.
you have a devil on one side, you have an angel on the other. You are fighting yourself.
Totally. So that's the ego, mental layer of consciousness. Then we have the emotional layer of consciousness. So we've done physical, we have emotional. So we've done physical, we've done mental, now we have the emotional. So think of the emotional as like the heart-centered, heart chakra space. And it's kind of, it's just like when you're actually feeling what you're experiencing instead of thinking that. Does that make sense? So it's like an awareness of your emotion without like tugging them down or suppressing them or pushing them away. It's having a sense of compassion for yourself and for others. And it's like when you're in this place, that's how you know you're in an active healing process or coming from a healing place versus like an egotistical. Does that make sense?
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah. It is just feeling your feelings, acknowledging your feelings, not seeing your feelings as emotions. Is that your favorite one, Brianna?
That's my worst one. I'm in my existence.
I can't wait to hear which one you think you live in the most once I'm done with the next two. Okay. All right. So then we have the psychic layer. So the psychic layer is it's more like your intuition for sure. So it's like awareness of your thoughts and your feelings and being able to detach it from like it being related to anyone else. So it's in relation to yours, getting an energetic input of like another person or of a situation. It's like you're walking into a room and you're picking up the energy and the vibes of the room. So there's more of a detachment there, but you've also bypassed the other layers as well to get to this point. So you've bypassed the emotional, you've bypassed the mental, you've bypassed the physical. So you know the information that you're getting is not, it might be directly related and for you, but it's almost like being able to separate yourself. And that's how you know you're operating from a psychic layer of consciousness. So it's kind of like, oh, I'm having an anxious thought versus I am anxious. Or like you're watching and observing your own triggers or someone else being triggered and you're not reacting to it or acting on it. And that person could either not be doing that either. So it's very much like being in like an observer position, if that makes sense. And so when you're in this place, you're also accessing a higher level of guidance. Does that make sense?
Sure. I'm still trying to take in all that information.
But it's kind of crazy though, because it makes sense, right? Like it's like, okay, I'm like coming up to like a place within my own consciousness and I'm passing different levels so that I can access information either like based off of my environment, relationship to, or finding information related to someone else for either you or another person. Like, where is my brain going, Brianna, when I'm accessing psychic layers of information? That's what I want to know.
I don't know.
Okay. And then there's the spiritual, which is the final one. And I'm going to give real life scenarios of how they all kind of work together. So we're going to ground this information and make it practical. So think of the spiritual level as like God, source, divine, creator, oneness, intuition, the source of anything that's ever existed, and so forth, right? So this is when you're almost higher than being in a a psychic layer of consciousness. You've bypassed the psychic, you've bypassed the emotions, you've bypassed the physical, and you feel connected to everything, to everyone. You have a deep sense of trust in life. You know that there's something bigger than you and you've experienced that. So like think of the moments that you've had pure bliss and ecstasy. You've probably been accessing like a spiritual level of consciousness. You're also seeing synchronicities, you're feeling guided. You know that control is not something that you're not in a place and you're not operating from a place of control. But it's kind of like what it literally is. This is when like separation from anything is basically not there. It's like it disappears entirely and you just know that you're like an infinite being. I don't know how many people have the capacity in terms of how much healing they've done to access the spiritual level, because this one seems like it's a little bit more challenging to get to, but it's quite literally having like $0 in your bank account. And I am going to give one of the practical examples be related to money because I feel like that would be helpful, but it's going to be at the very end. So you guys got to stick around and listen to it all. And then just knowing that like I don't have anything in my bank account, but I know that like I'm going to be taken care of. Like there was this reel on Instagram, or it might have been on TikTok. His name is Jimmy. So Jimmy goes around and he basically gives money to like people that he finds that are in need. So like he'll go to like grocery parking lots, and he came up on like this one mother who had 4 kids. She was homeless. They were living out of their car, and he ended up giving her like 500,000 or something like that. And then it was like a similar situation where this woman was going to be evicted and she had her kids with her outside, and they were just there, and he could tell that they were really in need. And then she explains like I literally didn't have any money and I was okay because like I knew I was going to be taken care of. Like that is when you're operating from a spiritual level of consciousness.
I've seen those ones. Those ones break my heart.
I cry.
Oh God.
I
Would
cry.
break my heart. Yeah.
So that's what these are. It feels like Feels like it was really important to distinguish them or just kind of get an idea, but a lot of this is unseen, as you can tell, right?
Yeah, I can.
So we're going to go through maybe real life scenarios. Oh, wait, I want to ask you, which do you think you live out of the most when I explain after I explain those 5 layers of consciousness?
Personally, right now, physical.
You feel like you're trapped in your body?
Mm-hmm.
It's not mental?
No, because I know what to do. So I have the clarity for it. It's just physical.
So it's like you're not taking the step to do it.
Yes.
Do you know why?
Because I hate the doctors.
Is it fear?
Yes.
Isn't it kind of crazy how fear tries to hook us?
Dude, that's wild. And
Mm-hmm.
then your mind starts going, yeah. No
Yeah.
thanks.
Okay, so we're gonna give you real life scenarios. Scenarios. Is it scenarios or scenarios?
I say scenarios.
Scenarios. Do you notice that us as Southern Californians, we accentuate our I's, our A's, and our E's?
Yeah, and we don't say the T's in Santa. It's Santa, not Santa.
What else do we do?
Yeah, no.
No, yeah.
No, yeah. Which one? What do you mean? Is it a yeah or is it a no? Is it
Yeah,
a no or
no.
is it a yeah?
Okay, so it's yeah, no.
And
If
no,
it's
yeah.
okay,
Yeah,
do you want to tell
no
the
means no,
Mhm.
and no, yeah means
Means
yeah.
yeah?
The
I
fuck?
think that makes sense.
It doesn't make sense at all.
No, it doesn't.
Not even a little
Anyways,
bit.
scenarios. This is what we say. Okay, so here's an example. You're stressed at work. On the physical level, you're tired, you're tense, you're over caffeinating yourself, which is really bad for your hair pigmentation, just so you know. And then on the mental level, you're probably telling yourself, I'm falling behind. I'm not doing a good job. I'm not enough. I'm going to get fired, right? Then that jumps to the emotional level. Well, then your anxiety kicks in. So you're physically feeling like shit. You're telling yourself a story on your mental level. Emotionally, you're not feeling well because you have anxiety. Psychically, you're ignoring your gut feeling, which is telling you to take a break. And then that progresses to a spiritual level of you start questioning your whole life direction. Isn't that crazy?
And then you know what I do? I
What?
crack open another energy drink.
So no wonder you're feeling it on the physical level. But do
Yeah,
you see
I told you.
but do you see how like they all kind of work together and we're trying to uncover what the block is at and then your subconscious is like not letting you and I'm having to decipher that psychically for
Yeah.
someone else? It's insane.
That's a lot.
It's a
No
lot.
thanks.
It's a lot.
I don't like it.
Okay, so again, we have the example of money at the end. So we did one with the work environment. The next one's the argument with a partner. Where do you think the tensity is going to be or the tension's going to be? Physical, mental, emotional, psychic, or spiritual?
Is there sexual tension?
Maybe. I don't know.
Say them again. Mental,
Psychics.
physical,
So
psychic,
physical, mental, emotional, psychic, spiritual.
emotional.
Okay. Um, actually, that's a good thought. That's true. So, not that one is going to hold on to, I guess, more fear or energy than another as we're going through these examples, but you're really going to see how each one of them feeds one another, and then it creates like this whole possibly block in one of your energy centers, or just blocks you in general, etc. Okay, so physically, argument with the partner. You're tired, you're maybe hungry, your heart rate is up after you get into like a small disagreement that escalates, right? So the physical then jumps to the mental. The mental is maybe you're telling yourself a story that they don't respect me. This always happens. Well, then that progresses to the emotional. So then one partner gets angry, defensive. The psychic level's telling them this isn't about the dishes. And then that somehow relates to them really just identifying on a spiritual level what they want, which is a desire for respect, connection, love. I just kind of get all messed up about how like one thing can really like create such like a heaviness on your energy field in general. It doesn't matter which layer it is.
Well, it's a snowball effect.
Oh, that's a good way of putting it.
Yeah, it's a snowball effect. Literally
Huh.
just keeps rolling into the next one.
Yeah. Okay. The next one, procrastinating on something important. Do you procrastinate? Yeah, you do. You're a procrastinator.
I am the queen
You're
of
the queen of it.
procrastination. But you know what? That's when I do my best work.
You are the queen of it.
That is literally when I do my best work. I remember in high school, I had to have a 12-page essay due in like 2 days. I did it the night before.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't care. It came out great. I think I got a B on it.
Okay, well, the situation is you're avoiding a task you know that is important or matters, either to you or to someone else, right? So physically, maybe you're overstimulated because you've been over scrolling on your phone or the caffeine crash has occurred, and that's why you have low energy, Brianna. Mentally, you're telling yourself, I'll do it later. It's too much right now. I don't have the energy for it. Then emotionally, that triggers that layer of consciousness and it becomes overwhelm and anxiety. And then the psychic layer is whispering, like, just start small. One little thing here, you can make it happen. But really, on a spiritual level, what's happening is that the task is tied to growth or purpose, which is what's scary. And that's where fear hooks you.
I don't know what's funny. Because I'll procrastinate for myself.
Mm-hmm.
If I ask Tyler to do something, I want it done right then and there.
Dude, you do. You're that way with me about certain things too. It's annoying.
Yes.
Yeah.
If I ask for something, I know it's really bad. If I ask for something, I'm like, okay, they're going to do it within like the next minute or so, not like in a few hours. Or I'll get to it when I get to it. Oh, fuck. I hate that statement.
Oh, I can't wait to do that to you then.
Ew. I will leave this conversation
You know
right
why,
now.
though? Okay, so like today, you had a good reason because you were tied up with family stuff. But Brianna's like, oh yeah, I'll be over. You guys, she came over 2.5 hours later. Do you know what I could have gotten done in 2.5 hours?
Hang on. Do you remember when I said, hey, I want to record early in the morning? Oh no, I need to go work out. Oh no, wait, I really need to go shower. I need to go eat. Okay.
I have a whole routine in
You
the
have
morning, you
a whole
guys.
routine in the morning, and I'm like, okay, let me just let me put my skincare on, let me wash my face, brush my teeth, and I'll be ready to go. No, not Gabby.
Brianna, you were potty training. You had literally gone to the Cairo this morning.
I'm talking about the other time.
Oh, I was talking about today. I was coming on today, you guys.
You had nothing to do but rot, so I knew you had time.
Yeah, but I mean, I was going to go get a matcha.
I told you to, and you
did.
said no, I'll wait.
You did. She did in her defense.
Take it back.
The reason I didn't, I take it back.
Take it back now.
The only reason I didn't was because you took 2 hours to record, 2.5 hours to record today. So I don't take it back. No take backs.
Who's the one that said, "Oh, I think I'm gonna go get a croissant"? We could have recorded in that time frame.
Did
and then
you
said,
come with me?
Wait, I did go with you. But then you said, okay, let me go home and shower, and then we can record.
And then 2.5 hours later, Brandon shows up.
That's fine. My kid was taking a shit on the toilet.
So that was the background on this, you guys. Okay, side note. I fly and I text Brianna this, so no complaints. No.
I was gonna go even if I didn't buy anything, because you know what? I just like rolling.
Brianna likes to be a haka.
Yeah.
Do you know what that means?
I'm busybody.
Okay,
we gotta always gone.
She's never home. Okay,
but I am though, guys.
Big life decision: a job, a move, a relationship. Okay, physically you're feeling the tension, so you're stuck, right? Basically, on deciding what to do. Physically, you're feeling the tension in your chest and your stomach, wherever your body takes on that energy. Mentally, you're overanalyzing the pros and the cons endlessly, right? Emotionally, you have fear and confusion. Psychically, you already know what option's the best for you and you're being pulled in that direction. And spiritually, the big question is, what path aligns to who I want to be?
That's literally what we did when we moved down to California for work.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Literally to the T.
Yep. Okay, you're feeling off for no clear reason. Physically, poor diet, sleep, or no movement could be happening. Mentally, you're trying to figure it out obsessively what the concern is. Emotionally, low mood, irritability is a thing because that's a state of being if you think about it. Psychically, your intuition is telling you to slow down or something needs attention. And spiritually, it's possibly misalignment and you're burnt out and there's lack of meaning and enjoying your life.
I feel targeted.
Shit. Which one's yours?
All of them. Can I have C, all of the above?
Isn't that D?
Oh, yeah, it is D.
D, all of the above. C is
D,
always
all of the
usually the
above.
answers. Okay, well, Brandon, where are you misaligned in your life?
I don't know. Find out for me, psychic. Tap into my energy.
I don't know why, but I mean, think about it. Like, you have a good life.
Oh, we have a great life. I'm so fortunate. I'm very fortunate.
Maybe it's not because you're not doing what you want to be doing in like
Maybe.
your career.
I don't know. Maybe.
I mean, you're the one, I admire this about you. You are the one family member that does not put weight on the career space, which
No.
I wish I could do more of.
Mm-mm.
I just don't think I came built that way, to be honest. I think that was something I was meant to do in this lifetime to figure it out.
Yeah. I mean, I appreciate it, but obviously we have to work to get what we want, but I'm not going to kill myself for it. I'd much rather, like I say, I die with my memories. I don't die with my money.
Yep. Next one's good for me. Burnt out from overworking. You've been pushing hard and start feeling drained. So physically, exhaustion, headaches, poor sleep. Guilty. Mentally, you tell yourself, I have to keep going. Guilty. Emotionally, irritability, feeling numbness. I'm more irritable. I don't really feel numbness, so that's true. Guilty. Psychic, the inner voice is saying this isn't sustainable. Guilty. And the spiritual is loss of meaning. Loss of meaning. Feels like you're just grinding. Yep.
Guilty.
That makes sense.
Do you feel called out now?
Yeah, because I honestly, it's for me, it's on an emotional, psychic, and a spiritual level, and it shows up in different ways. And it feels like my business is changing, and I'm just like, fuck again. So
constant change.
It really is. And it's bringing up more in me than I thought it was going to. So yeah, it makes a lot of sense. But before we do our final example, are you picking up what I'm putting down? Is it making sense?
Yes. And am I feeling called out? Also, yes. So let's get to the last one and see if I get called out.
Okay, well, this one's different because I was like, just because we love topics about money and spirituality, which I'm like, maybe we could do like a whole series about this because the episodes do really, really well. So you're stressed out about money right now. We're not living in the easiest of times when it comes to financial resources. But with this one, what I wanted to do is, so we've talked about the 5 layers of consciousness, right? Psychic, spiritual, emotional, mental, physical. But with that and the complexity is what people aren't aware of is that it can affect quite literally your energy center. So think of if you're looking at like a body graph, you're seeing the 7 chakras, right? And those are within one's like energy center. So like that's inside of them. Then you're thinking about like the 5 layers of consciousness. So think of it going outside of them if you're looking at a body graph. So you have the physical, then you have their emotions, then you have the psychic, the spiritual, and the mental. So there's this energy that's going vertically, and then there's energy that's moving horizontally. And the way that I'm bleeding in this scenario about money, you can see how all is interconnected and it all makes sense. Got it?
Yes.
Okay. So you're making money, but it never feels like it's enough. You're stressed, you're avoiding your bank account, and you're questioning your whole situation in life. Okay, so in the root chakra, do you know which the chakras are, Brianna?
No, I was looking at my phone to see. Remind myself what the chakras are.
Okay, so the chakras are the root. We're going to go through them. The root, the sacral, solar plexus, heart, throat, third eye, and crown in this context. So the root chakra, so tell me which one applies to you, because I know in some way it will, because it's going to apply to almost everyone listening to this in some capacity. The root chakra is safety and survival. So what's happening? You financially feel unsafe, even though you're not in immediate danger. The real life signs is that you're checking your bank account or avoiding it completely. You have fear of losing your job or not being able to pay your bills, and you have anxiety in general. What does this do? This creates a constant scarcity mode. Everything feels urgent and stressful. The practical shift is getting clarity, knowing your numbers, maybe building stability. Because when your foundation feels unstable, money's going to feel like a threat and not a tool. So that's how that one situation affects your root. And if there's a block in the root chakra, it could show up in other blocks and layers like the physical, the emotional, mental, psychic, spiritual. Make sense?
Mm-hmm.
So vertically is pushing outward.
Yep.
Okay.
That's weird.
It is. But that's what's happening for literally everyone for different situations and scenarios that they're experiencing in their life. Wild.
That is wild.
Okay, sacral. Desire, enjoyment, sex, joy, creation, intuition, all the things. Intuition to some extent, for females mostly. So what's happening with this situationship, this specific situationship in relation to money? You're either overspent for comfort and you don't let yourself enjoy money at all. So there's no joy in relation to the money that you have. Signs could be you are impulsively buying to feel better, or guilt when you're spending money on yourself, right? What does this create? A toxic relationship with money, pleasure versus shame. And one of the things you could do to support yourself is allow intentional enjoyment, guilt-free spending. You notice your emotional spending triggers, like noticing that you feel this way emotionally is what's causing you to want to spend money. But also down the road, honey, that could create a stress in your mental, because if you're blocked in your sacral chakra per this experience in relationship to money, then that's going to create stress in your mental layer of consciousness, right?
Right.
It's going to be different for everyone, but this is just an example, friends. Okay, then we have the solar plexus. We have control and confidence here, sense of power, who you are, I am energy. So under this particular example in relation to money, you basically don't feel in control of your finances. So you avoid budgeting, you feel bad with money, you're not really asking for a proper salary or opportunity or enough money. And this can create a sense of feeling powerless, like money controls you. So what you do is you take back your ownership and you track, you plan, decide, and you build confidence through small financial wins. But again, the block or any challenge in this solar plexus chakra, that could also make you feel some type of way, and maybe you're emotional. It can make you not want to jump into higher levels of consciousness, like the psychic layer of consciousness or the spiritual. So it's all kind of connected. Does that make sense?
I am picking up what you are putting down.
Okay. Heart chakra. Actually, I want to know, Brianna, because we got like 3 more to go.
Okay.
Which one is the one that you struggle with after I go through these?
Which one?
Yes, in relationship to money, or any of them in general. Root, sacral, solar. We're doing heart right now.
You know how I am with money, though.
You have a good relationship to it.
Yeah.
Well, we're going to go over the next one, though. So maybe it'll apply.
Okay.
Okay, heart chakra. Self-worth and receiving. Your income is tied to how much you think you deserve. Dun, dun, dun. Real life signs: you're undercharging or you're undervaluing yourself, difficulty receiving help or support, you're giving too much away without boundaries, and this can create a block for opportunities, or you settle for less. And one way that you can shift that out is to practice receiving either compliments, money, support, etc. So that's a heart chakra block. So self-worth. Does that come up for you?
You did that one on purpose, you bitch.
No, I didn't. It's what was next. What was that? It's what was next. I saw we. I don't mean to.
You did that on purpose.
Was it that one?
Yeah, 100%.
Oh God, I think I have all of them in some way, to be honest.
Oh, so you're fucked up. Makes sense.
Do. I did this episode more for me than anyone else, so you're all welcome. You're benefiting from it. Okay, so the throat chakra, communication and boundaries. You're not speaking up about money. Some people actually really do feel uncomfortable talking about money, which I can understand. It's like a cultural thing. Like one of my best friends, she doesn't talk about money, like amounts at all, because she's so uncomfortable by it. And I'm like, you had to pick that up from one of your parents in some capacity.
Well, it's like the 3 things that literally can start an argument within a few seconds: money, religion, politics.
Yep.
Those 3. If you want to get in a fight, talk about one of those 3 topics and you're going to get in an argument.
Yeah, totally. So, okay, not speaking up about money. So you're avoiding salary conversations. You're not setting financial boundaries for yourself where you just like, I'll just pay for it. Or when you're in a group, or mom does this, she just pays for everything. And you say yes when you really mean no. And what does this create? Resentment and missed opportunities. And a practical way in which you can shift this is practicing clear, direct statements and having uncomfortable conversations. I know I used to do that quite a bit, where I just was like, saying yes really means no, and just like paying for it for myself, and that affected how I received. I'm telling you, I think I have blocks in all of these in some capacity.
Yeah, I can see it for you. Mine is definitely heart for sure.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Third eye chakra, which is awareness, clarity, seeing paths forward. So what's here is you don't see your financial patterns clearly. So you're repeating the same mistakes, you're ignoring long-term consequences, you're refusing wants versus needs. So think of this as having like a lot of debt because you don't have the best financial patterns. And that on an energetic level is, and this could be like on the psychic layer of consciousness, it's blocking your third eye from opening. Crazy, right? So what this creates is like cycles that you don't understand because again, third eye, you're not being able to see it. And then the practical,
It's just going to be a repeating cycle.
Yeah, but it's energetic, right? So the practical shift is you zoom out, you review your patterns monthly, you ask what is actually happening, not what I feel is happening. So in some capacity, there's like you're in your head, you're not really feeling your emotions or dropping in. It's the emotional layer of consciousness. That's fucking crazy.
That is crazy.
How like how you live your energetic life, like your day-to-day life, your 3D life, I should say, like you in a human body and all the things, like it's affecting you on an energetic and psychic level. That's wild. Okay, crown chakra, last one. Purpose and meaning. What's happening? I felt this one when I was working in corporate. Your money feels disconnected from your purpose, making money but feeling empty. You're chasing income without direction and you're burnt out. And what does this create? Like, what's the point feeling, even with success? So you align money with your values, freedom, impact, creativity, and you define what enough means to you. And you could tell it's almost like money without meaning will always feel like it's missing something.
Yeah.
I would say at some points or another, I've experienced all of these for sure, but right now it's more crown chakra, it's more the spiritual layer of consciousness and psychic where I'm kind of like I know I need to reconnect with the purpose of my business and where it's going because it's affecting me in my energy center and it's affecting me in my psychic layer of consciousness.
Mine's heart. So if you guys want to give me compliments, give me compliments. I'll accept.
I feel like you're good at receiving though.
I'm starting to get better. I definitely will, for the longest time, have always had issues.
What do you think your husband's is?
Ooh.
Just because we talked about Betty White. What did you think it was? Poor guy doesn't know we're talking about him on the podcast. It's fine.
I don't know about receiving. More so, maybe thinking that he's not worthy of it.
So heart chakra, your income is tied to how much you think you deserve?
Yeah.
Do you think that's more on a mental or emotional?
Maybe mental or emotional, but here's the thing. This dude is one of the hardest working guys I've ever met. Like, he literally is one of the hardest working people ever.
Yeah, I agree with that. I agree with that. So tell me, which layer of consciousness and main chakra do you think you're working with? For me, root chakra, crown chakra, and psychic and spiritual layer of consciousness. And they're all tied together, which makes sense for me.
I don't know. Outside looking in, what do you think?
For you?
Yeah.
Heart chakra and emotional.
Fuck. Yeah.
Because you don't want to feel your feelings.
I've never been good with my feelings. I'm the type of person that will bottle them up until they spill over, and then it is a fucking volcano letting loose.
Guys, feel your feelings. It's going to help you become more psychic. And don't block your layers of consciousness.
I was going to say, and I teach my son to show his emotions.
And he does. He does.
Sure does. He's really good at it, let me tell you.
What do you think it is for me?
Like all of them?
The energy centers or the layers of consciousness? I don't think it's all layers of consciousness.
No, not all layers of consciousness. Energy centers, yes.
Do you think it's just in relation to money or in general?
Money.
Because I think it's for money. Dumb. You guys, I'm going through this to help you guys out, whoever seeks my support in time, but man, I'm waiting for this season to be over. I'm fine, guys, I really am, but I'm telling you, like, my money story has been such a reflection of my identity shift in the last, 8 years, which is kind of crazy because that's when I've had the most job changes, the most life changes in terms of like purpose and stuff. But also Uranus, so this is going to help other people too. Just because we covered money briefly at the end. Uranus is leaving Taurus at the end of April, April 25th, and we're never going to see that fucking transit again. Him going through Taurus, which is the sign that he hates being in the most, and he's moving into Gemini. So things are going to get better for us, okay? Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Anything else, Brianna, before we wrap up? We hope you enjoyed this episode, friends, and wish us happy 3 years on podcasting.
Yeah. Give us those compliments. We'll take them.
And we'd love to get a review because it's been over a year since we've gotten one on Apple Podcasts. Poor favor.
Please.
Please and thank you. Until the next time.
Bye.
Bye.